Kia ora. This is the third and final in a series of 3 about how Google have approached their email app known as Gmail. As you probably know by now, I'm Mike Riversdale, and you've probably seen a number of posts already done in Workplace and 2 other videos. And many of you will be seeing me in the flesh over the coming months as I help lower the hurdles for all of us to use Google Workspace. As we know, it was used to be called G Suite and Google rebranded, of course. In this series, I'm telling you 3 things, and I've already covered the first 2, how to look at Gmail as one space, and what labels are and how to find stuff with email, with search, beg your pardon. So we've got one bucket. Please check out the videos as they do lead on from one from each other. Link is in the comments below. So as I say, the series covers how to think of Gmail as a bucket, how to find stuff, and the actions you can do with emails once you found them. And that's today's episode. Episode 3, what you can do with an email once you found it. There are 3 things. Now the first one you can do with an email, unsurprisingly, is all the email-y things. You can compose, you can send, you can reply all if you have to. All of those things, look, they're the easiest ones. The second thing you can do with an email, once you've reached into your bucket, using search and or labels, is you can delete the email. That's the second easiest thing to get your head around. What that does is pops the bin label on, because there's no place to put it, it's just a label, and after 30 days of it being labeled as bin, it is automatically deleted. It's gone, never to be seen ever again. Actually, that's not quite true, because Callahan uses a Google Workspace admin product called Vault, into which everything goes and never comes out of. It's a service desk request to kick off a restore process, and be aware it's not instant and it does take effort, so don't rely on it. Hey, and also we've got infinitely sized Gmail boxes. Don't delete, archive. And that's the third thing you can do with an email once you've found it. You can push the button called archive. Now that's the thing to remember about archive. It's an action. It's a thing you do. It's a button, and it's not a place. There's no archive place. Remember, we've only got one place, the giant bucket called Gmail Mailbox. Now, a quick diversion for a second. I've found that there are 2 extremes of people and how they deal with their mailbox, and particularly the inbox label. Let's call the first set of people the to-do people. I'm one of those people. I use my inbox label as my to-do list. If there's an email labeled inbox, then I'm either going to have to do something with it, or I might be waiting on someone to get back to me. Although if it's going to be a while, I will use the snooze action just to take it away for a week or so, and then Gmail pops it back in there for me. A sensible and altogether proper way, I would obviously say. Now the other extreme of people is to leave everything in their inbox. They never use labels, they just leave it all in their inbox, screens and screens of it. Let's call these people the I'll find it people. So how on earth do you find anything like me? Screech. Well, a search, obviously. The retort with eyes that say, oh lordy, you waste your time with labels, don't you? Sad. My partner is one of these people. Maybe you are too, or know people like this. Makes me hyperventilate. All those emails in the inbox view. All those emails. It's okay. It's a good thing. Most people, of course, are somewhere in between. A little bit of labeling, removing some stuff from the inbox label, that sort of thing. If you want to remove an email from the inbox view, then how do I get rid of it? Welcome to the archive button. It does one simple thing. It takes the special label of inbox off your email. Now, like any other label, it does nothing with the email itself. It's swimming around in your giant bucket. Doesn't put it anywhere special, one bucket, and doesn't remove any other labels you might have popped onto that email. It just removes the label inbox. And when you use your inbox view, as we all do, it no longer shows up. And that's it. 3 things that I was going to tell you. We have one giant bucket. We have 2 ways that you can combine, of course, to find anything in your bucket. Search and or labels. And there's 3 things you can do with an email. The email things, you can delete an email, or you can archive it. Just a quick note on that. If you ever think, will I ever need this email ever again? If you've got 0.01%, maybe, archive it. It won't take up space. You've got an infinitely sized bucket. The only emails I ever delete are the lights are left on in the car park. I'm never going to need those. But everything else, I just archive. So I hope that's been of use. Hit me up if it has. Definitely get in touch if your brain is a bit wobbly now and needs a little more help. Go well and be kind.